Hey, hey, hands up! Late some diet. Feet hit the trail. Heartbeats race. Dust on my jacket. Wind in my face. Not about to finish. It's who you find along the way. Every blister, every sunrise, every hot and beautiful day. Head first into the unknown. Let's go chasing trails, yeah. Chasing trails, yeah. Every mud pit, every stone, we're gonna run and leave it all.
All right, welcome in, everyone. It's another episode of the Chasing Trails podcast, brought to you by St. John Trail Running, Funny Coast Counseling, and Resilience Through Fitness. You notice Jeff is wearing our awesome Resilience Through Fitness gear. Jeff, do you remember the code? What's the code that we have to give out to people?
Chasing
Swim
20?
Club. I love it.
Do I look jacked in this hoodie?
You do. You look super, like your whole back takes up the whole screen. Like it's just
Yeah.
wide, like that.
I don't
Just
know if
massive.
that's jacked or if that's just big.
Broad. That's right. Chasing
Broad,
Trails
yeah.
20.
Yeah, I'm also using a
So-
very small Chromebook because my family took all the other computers with them. So, or I couldn't find them, one of the two. So that's the other reason the screen is small, that I'm big.
It's all right. It's all right. We got it all
Yeah.
figured out. How you doing, Jeff?
Yeah.
It's been a minute. How are things going?
It's good, man. It's good.
It's quiet in your house today. Like, where are all the
It is.
kids?
They're all gone. My brother-in-law is here tearing apart our front entryway, putting in new stairs, new flooring, new paint, new like entryway cubby bench thing my wife wanted. And so my brother-in-law Steven owns Merzero Carpentry. If anyone is interested in a carpenter, he's a good dude. He won't take he does good work. And so he's been driving up from Belle Isle every day, but he's
Holy.
kind of said if I'm going to tile your entryway and rip out your stairs and put in new not just the treads, like the entire stair had to come out. They were built wrong. And so he's like, if we're going to be doing this work, we might as well rebuild your stairs properly so that they're the right depth and you stop falling down them, or less likely to fall down them that way.
Yeah.
And so I was like, yeah, I mean, if they're wrong, and that's why, like, when we had them carpeted, they've been uncarpeted for 5 years and we haven't done anything about it yet. I tore the carpet off them and was like, we'll fix these, and then we never did. But anyway, so they've just been roughed in stairs for like 5 years. But he's like, yeah, when they were carpeted, if your kids fell down them a lot, it's because they're all wrong depths and like not built properly.
the depth
He's
is
like, so
the depth isn't.
yeah, he's like, if
Oh,
I'm gonna
man.
put new hardwood stair treads on them, we should probably fix that. I was like, yeah, I mean, it's a couple 2x12s or whatever it is, and that's some more work for you, so whatever. And so yeah, he tore out the stairs, and so there's no way to get from downstairs to upstairs unless you go outside.
Oh,
Right
okay.
now in my house, and you can't step on the tile for 24 hours. So that just we have two kids that live downstairs, and the only bathrooms are upstairs. So it's like, they pretty much have to go outside in the middle of the night if they have to go to the bathroom. So they chose to go to their grandparents' house instead of staying here.
Fair enough.
So yeah, so I got the
Fair
house
enough.
all to myself. It's quiet. I get to sit in the living room instead of in the corner of my bedroom tonight. I've been binge watching Hawaii 5-0 for the last. Well, this will be the second night in a row, and I'm right in the
And
middle
not the
of
original Hawaii 5-0. This
No,
is the
the
remake.
remake.
Hawaii
the
5-0.
remake, the 2000s Hawaii 5-0, and
Yeah.
I'm right in the season finale of the first season, and I had to pause it
Oh.
to come up here and record. So I want you guys to know how much I love you and how much I
Yeah.
appreciate this show, because
That's right.
I don't get
It's the
quiet nights
level-
to myself very often.
That's right. The depth of your commitment is definitely being demonstrated here. That's awesome.
I'm committed.
Uh,
I cleaned myself up. I didn't. This is my clothing from the run I did earlier.
Nice.
Still sweaty
Nice.
and just
Yeah.
just here.
No one's
So,
here. We can't smell you through the screen, so that's all right.
right? That's
All right. How's running going?
Right, it's good. Surprisingly good. I woke up the other morning and went for a nice run outside. It was like 7 degrees and sunny. Took out the garbage and like I just couldn't resist. I was like, I went inside and finished my coffee, and I was gonna go get on the treadmill, and I was like, "This is stupid. Like it's 7 degrees and
Yeah.
sunny out. Like, what are you going to the treadmill for?" So I just walked right past it and out the door. And anyway, it was one of the better runs I've had just for enjoyment in a long time. So it was really good for my psyche or whatever you want to call it,
Yeah.
just to
All right.
run outside and feel good
Well,
about it. And yeah, it was good. And thankfully, so far, that was what Tuesday, is that Tuesday morning? Tuesday morning, yeah. I ran this evening, no pain, no big issues. So apart
great.
from yeah, finding time to do it, that's the hardest thing. It's the hardest part right now.
That's it.
So
That's it. So one of the things I thought we could introduce for season 4, Jeff, is this thing that we can call Dad Miles. And so this is a chance for each week we'll tell one story, we'll talk about one struggle, and we'll talk about one win. All right.
okay,
So I don't know if you want to use your outdoor run as your story, right? So
sure. I
there's
mean,
so there's your one
there's a
story.
story. Yeah, I get off easy.
Okay.
You set me up
Yeah,
really
you
good.
get off easy on that one. All right.
Yeah.
So what's your one struggle right now?
My struggle is just finding time to stay on schedule. Stay on my training plan is my
Yeah.
struggle because well, I've been wasting a lot of time. I already know why, but binge watching TV or yeah, my
Wi-Fi
struggle has
both.
just been staying on task and I feel distracted and then when I go to run, I don't feel guilty, but I feel like there's so many other things that I should be doing, especially
Yeah.
for a long run right now. Because we're
Yeah.
in the middle of renovations, which stresses my wife out, which stresses me out, which then we have a lot of other things that are pending and getting ready to come down the pipe for more outdoor renovation type stuff. And so just that long list of things to do really weighs on you when you're like, oh, I'm going to go run. Like this weekend, I have an hour and I don't know, it's a long run. I don't know how long it is, but I think it's 2 hours. And to think that I'm gonna go spend Saturday morning running outside, hopefully on a nice day for 2 hours when I have a list as long as my arm of things I should be doing around the yard.
Yeah.
It's tough. That's my struggle right now.
Yeah.
Justifying it,
Yeah.
I guess. Yeah.
Fair enough. What's the win? What's the win right now?
Man, just that run outside. I guess it's the same thing. Like it was just so good. Like I barely had the music turned on in my ear. I took out a headbud, or head what am I trying to say? An earbud for a while just to listen to the birds chirp. It was just like it was such a nice morning. It was like the darkness had faded from winter, and I was like the first morning of glory where it
Right?
wasn't minus 5, and it was just so beautiful. I was like, and then I woke up this morning and it was raining. I was like, freaking sucks.
Yeah.
And I
Yeah.
didn't run this morning. Why? Because it was raining and I didn't want to go get on the treadmill. I wanted to go outside, but it wasn't nice, so I didn't. Um, but yeah, that was the win. That like spring's here, like we've made it. The good running is about to happen. Our favorite time of
Yeah.
year when it's cool in the morning and sunny,
Yeah.
bright. It's gonna be good. So
I picture it like the Snow White moment where all the birds are flying around you. You got the
yeah,
little
man.
fawns running with you and
Oh, it was exactly
bunnies
like that.
hopping along as you run.
Oh,
Let's get
yeah.
like
It was
you're Snow White.
100%. I was Snow White. Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely. Just yeah, it's
All right.
exactly what it felt like too.
Yeah, right. He's just floating, right? Just floating through. Okay, so my one story is really a story of just trying to get healthy. Like I'm almost out of it. I still got a little bit of lingering chest cold,
hmm
and that's been causing me some problems. Especially I have like what they call athlete's asthma, so it only comes out when I'm sick. So it just makes your lungs inflamed and the liner in your lungs inflamed when you get sick. So especially chest colds. So that gets a little bit trickier for me. Um, but I managed to kind of overcome that. I seem to be over the flu part of it. I'm not sweating bullets all the time now and having chills and stuff like that. I felt like I was a part of your family for a while because that's
Mm.
like an everyday occurrence at your house, right? Like someone's
Well,
got one of those
it was for the month of March.
illnesses.
Like I don't know what
Yeah.
happened in March, but it was
Yeah.
March. March was
It's
a bad
brutal.
month. Heidi's still trying to get over the flu that went through the whole family, and for her resulted in a sinus infection. She's got some meds for now.
Oh, yeah,
But
that's
crazy
brutal.
part is, I didn't get the second flu. I never had the
Nice.
chills. I didn't have a fever. I didn't have. I should knock on wood or something right now. I don't know. Everyone else in my family got it except for me and Nora. We're the only ones
Yeah,
who didn't come down with a fever, and I don't know how it happened, but anyway, Hadi was the last one to get it. Maybe it's because it was an adult was the last person to get it, and she kind of quarantined herself and
she
stayed away from
blocked it.
people.
Yeah, she
Actually,
blocked it.
washed her hands, unlike the rest of my children who just
Didn't
lick
sneeze in your
everything,
face.
right? So yeah, so that's probably maybe how that happened. But yeah, I don't know. I never got it, so I don't really know how you feel,
Nice.
but I see how miserable the rest of my family was, and I assume it's
Yeah,
the same, like influenza
yeah,
that
it's
you
got to
had.
be the
But it
same
sounds
thing.
sounds like the same thing.
Um,
They were
so
miserable.
so I would say that's the story. The struggle has been getting back into running after that. Like I was on a really good groove. Like I was going pretty well every day. I was getting like I don't think I missed like 3 days last month. And I'm already like I've only run twice so far this month. And each one has just been like, hey, can we just test this to make sure I can like breathe and do this at the same
Right.
time? So
Yeah.
it hasn't been anything to do with my training plan. So I'm anxious to get back to that, but it I'm also having a hard time getting motivated to do it again because I know like those steady states suck. So I'm not really excited to jump
They're
back
hard. Yeah.
into them.
Yeah, they're definitely more difficult for sure. For
Right.
sure. Yeah.
So I just keep
We can't ever seem to line up our weeks of like
we never do. We never
jubilation,
do.
right? Either
Like
I'm
you
having a
and I
great
are
week and you're
right.
dead, or you're having a great week and I'm dead. I don't
Yeah,
know.
it's like we are one side of the same coin. Like
Yeah.
we're never on the same channel.
Yeah.
But that's not a channel big enough to handle the two of us at once. So I guess that's
That's right.
why.
Yeah.
But
Yeah. I was coming home on Tuesday and had a great run and got a weight workout in the afternoon and all hyped up on Monster Energy drink and super happy with life. And you're like, I can barely
that's right,
breathe
man.
and I can't
Oh yeah, I was fighting demons that day or that day,
run. Yeah.
and yeah, so we can't seem to get on the same page. But someday it'll happen, and we'll
Yeah.
commemorate it with
What,
a video or something.
what a day will that be, eh?
What a day! That's right. It'll probably be the end of the world. That's probably what it's probably a sign of the apocalypse. You and I get on the same page. Um, and then the win though is I like you also got outside for a run, and that was
Yes,
mine
sir.
was not as glorious as yours, but it was still nice just to be in the fresh air and to be
Mm,
able to have some of that. So those days are coming soon, friends. For those of you who have been on the treadmill all winter, like the rest of like the two of us anyway, those days are coming very soon and we'll be able to enjoy them. So I'm pumped about that. Also pumped that this week starts the intro group. And so Catherine, my daughter, wants to get on board with that again. She had such a great time last year, wants to do it
yep.
this year. And so that's getting started.
So
Now
you
it got
run
me
him with
thinking
her
though,
each
Jen.
week?
Yeah, I'll be going with her. Yeah. And it got me thinking about like when we first started trail running. Like do you remember those early days
Yeah.
and what they were like? Like can you remember those?
Yeah. I mean, yeah, just, I mean, yes, I can definitely remember them. There's different
Right.
goods and bads, the whole thing. There's mixed feelings, mixed emotions. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, sure. So I remember one of the things that I remember distinctly about one of my first trail runs, group runs, was that I was severely overdressed. Like I was wearing a jacket and it was like super warm out. I think it wasn't quite summer, but it was, 13 or 15 degrees. And I was wearing a running jacket. And I just remember I was dying of sweat. I just didn't realize how hot I would get while I was doing it. And now like I'm trying to wear as little layers as possible. But back then I didn't know any difference. I didn't know what it would be like. I thought I might get cold. So I wore this silly running jacket and it cost me. Like, so that was just like a big, that was like a big to do. And wearing shorts now, like I try and wear shorts any chance I get. If it's above zero, like you're wearing shorts, right? Like that's how it goes.
Yeah.
That's one of the things I remember not knowing about when I first started. And
Yeah.
now you realize, oh, that's actually kind of a important thing to remember.
Right. Yeah, right. Don't overdo it. Yeah. Yeah, it's
Yeah,
funny.
don't.
I was thinking about it here when you mentioned it, or like earlier today, and it, it took me a long time to learn that when you go running, dress like it's 10 to 15 degrees warmer than it actually is, right? Like in the summertime when it's 17 or 18 degrees, I'm always wearing shorts. I don't like wearing jeans because they get all sweaty and gross. And so,
Yeah,
if you're out, you wake up in the morning and it's 5 degrees out, you should probably dress the way you would when it's 15 or 20,
yep,
right? Or you're
yeah,
going to be too warm if it's a long run for sure. So
yeah.
yeah, that's definitely. I did that more than once when I was running for sure, and I a couple times I'd haul off my hoodie and just throw it in the ditch and go back and get it later. I was like, I can't do this anymore. It's too hot. Like, just gonna strip down right here and throw it in the ditch, and then come back for it.
Yeah.
So it was always
Do you
there
know
when I
what
came back.
another thing that I struggled with and probably still do is pacing.
Mm,
Like I was just like you need to go hard the whole time. Like you need to I never knew anything about, you know, running at different zone levels or
mhm.
perceived rate of exertion, all that kind of language. Like there was nothing like that. It was just like all out all the time. Like isn't that how you run? Like just sprint until you can't sprint anymore. I mean,
Yeah,
we have a friend who runs like that, who
we
is
do.
going into who's going to Looney Loops. And it's going to be so great to see how this plays out. I think it's going to be fantastic. He'll
Oh,
either win the whole thing
I
or he'll
already know
burn
how it's
out.
gonna play out. Yeah,
Yeah.
he's gonna do 2 laps, and the beer gardens are gonna open, and he's gonna be done. That's it.
Yeah.
He's gonna run until the barbecue and the beer open, and then he'll be tempting us to come sit in the woods with him and drink beer,
Right?
which will be very tempting because,
That will be
well,
tempting.
it
Yeah.
is what it is. But yeah, we're gonna try to avoid that. But you're right. He's a lot faster than us though. So
Oh, tons
you know,
faster. Yeah.
he's got a new Strava account, so he's you could follow along with his runs now.
Yeah. Okay, great.
So you
Um,
should do that.
shout out Pierre, by the way.
Pierre, that's right.
Um,
Yeah.
I remember too, like your races, you were always out like a rocket. Like you started off so hot and you would just
Too
be
bad I didn't finish
burning.
hot, eh?
Yeah.
Never finish hot. I mean,
No.
I'm hot, but I'm overheated, and I'm half dead. But yeah, yeah, that's something's
That's one
never
of the things.
changed. That is
Yeah,
still,
man.
and I mean, relatively speaking, out hot for me is different than like Cody or
Sure.
someone else out hot. But it's still, I do get
Hot
hyped
for
up
you.
with the crowd. I like it's the only
Yeah.
time the only chance I get to pass people. I'm like, woo, look at me go. Right? Get to pass a whole bunch of people.
Oh
Yeah.
man.
Those are good
That's
memories. What
funny.
was your favorite part about like initially starting into the trail running world? Like you started into it
Um,
way before me. People know that. But like
yeah.
if you think back now, what was your favorite part of starting in?
Of doing it. I'd honestly say there's two things that come to mind right away. One is actually meeting people who were really nice for the very first time. You know what I mean? Like, so just, I'm super shy. I'm introverted person, super, super weirded out by like thinking people are judging me all the time and, being a bigger runner. I'm just like, oh, this is not going to go well. I'm going to be judged. And to be like, hey, come on in. Good to see you. Nice to meet you. Have everyone cheer me in on my first run. Like that was pretty fun. The second thing was when I did my first bootstrap. And I was like, there is literally candy at this table right now when we're supposed to be running this race. How this is a thing? Like I knew in that moment, I was like, this is my tribe. Like there's Sour Patch Kids, there's all sorts of goodies. Like I had a hard time leaving the table. Honestly, I still do have a hard time leaving the table, but it was just so wonderful. I was like, this is a race. This is supposed to be healthy. And I was like, that was it. And then I puked it all up, but it was wonderful at the time. Like it was just
At the
so good.
time. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
At the time.
Yeah. Yeah. So what about
Yeah, I
you?
think
What was your big memorable thing?
well, I think so. It took me a while before I went to a race. Partially because the first time I went trail running, and I was never fast, but like we've talked about on the show, when I had gone, heavy into road running consistently, and I had gotten to the point where I could run like a 156 half marathon, which I thought was pretty good. The first time I went trail running, like it was super hard, and I was
Oh
way
yeah.
slower, and the
Yeah.
terrain was different, like everyone knows. And so it took me a while
Yeah.
before I was like ever even would consider going to an actual trail race. And so I did a bunch of trail running before I went to my first Bootstrap Boogie, which was the race that kind of kicked it off for me.
Yeah.
But my favorite part about getting into trail running, and this is going to sound silly in some ways, but was all the fun new gear I could buy. Because in
Yes.
road running, you just buy sneakers and maybe some nice socks. And at the time, I didn't even know there was such a thing as nice socks, because I just wore Costco Puma socks my whole life. I didn't
Yep.
know that there was nice socks. And so, I bought a pair of Saucony shoes because that's what someone told me I should buy at the running room. And so my first pair of shoes was a pair of Saucony running shoes, outdoor
Yep.
running shoes, road runners. And that's all I bought. And I road ran every day and just kept doing it and doing it and doing it until I felt like I was good enough to go do the fall classic the first time, and then the Fredericton half marathon the next spring. And and then I got into trail running, and I was like, oh, there's like nice hats and there's nice
Yeah.
socks, and you can get smart wool. And I mean, I know you can do that with road running too, but I just didn't seem to be part of the culture like it was
Yeah.
with trail running, right? And then there's all these different kinds of shoes and fancy, socks. And anyway, you can buy compression socks, and anyway, it just seemed like it was a new world of gear for me. And
Right.
you need a trail running vest, and you need flasks, and yeah, all these things. And so I had a lot of fun researching and spending money. I like to spend money on fun things. I don't like to spend money on boring things. My wife gives me a hard time for that all the time.
Yeah.
I like to spend money on fun things. And so, yeah, getting into the new gear was a lot of fun. And part of me wonders now that I've bought a bunch of gear, if part of my lackluster attitude towards trail running is because I don't have any new gear to buy. So
Maybe.
if you're out there and you know some new gear and you want to get me motivated, maybe suggest some new gear for me. I guess I could find some
Right.
poles, but I find them annoying, so I haven't been motivated to buy them.
Yeah.
So
They're not always necessary either.
well, there's
Um,
something deep down in my faulty pride that says that I should be able to do it without them, because I should be able
cheater poles. Cheater
to, right?
poles. Yeah.
So
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't know. I still
Um,
have those problems, but yeah, that was my fondest, like the
those are
funnest part
good.
about trail running for me.
Those are
Yeah.
good. Do you remember what it was like when you first started experimenting with nutrition? That was one of the things that came to my
Yeah.
mind. I was like, you remember when they were like, I remember we did the hypothermic half marathon together. Shout out Triumphs. The Saucony Triumphs were the shoes we were
Saucony
wearing.
Triumphs. That's right. I was
They
trying to
were
think of which
so
ones they were.
fantastic.
Yeah.
Oh my
Until they
goodness, they
changed
were
them, and then they
awesome.
were garbage.
Yeah, like everything else, Saucony screwed it all up by making everything freaking
Right?
skinnier. Um, but I remember we were running. It was like in the middle of the winter, and I had some goo chews, and they were so hard because it was so
Break
they
your
were
teeth.
so frozen. I had to I just shove them in my mouth like a little chipmunk or whatever, and
Yeah.
try and wait for them to de-thaw so I could eat them. But otherwise, they would like rip out my molars if I
Yeah.
chewed on them too much. So I just remember playing around with like all the different goos and all the different real foods and all that
Yeah.
sort of stuff now, and finding one of those things that works for you. Like that was pretty fun. Like I remember doing that. I'd still do that if I could.
Man, until I started trail running, I didn't even use any nutrition. Like I I would just run, and like I yeah, like I didn't like the goos that much. I would take up one single package of honey stingers with me.
Yep. Yep.
And it has like the whole package has like 140 calories. That's it.
You burn
So
that in like the first
the
10 minutes.
entire, hypothermic half marathon that we did, that I ingested 140 calories and whatever Gatorade I snatched at the 1 aid station they had. That was
Yeah.
it. I ran the
Yeah. Did
other
you even bring
21.
water?
No. Oh, I
I don't
did.
think
I
you
had
brought water.
I had a waist pack, but it fell out and I didn't notice. And so my bottle fell out and I just kept running. Someone did catch me eventually. So you're right. I had a 400 milliliter bottle of water with me. And so I ran that half marathon through the hills of what's
Yeah.
the name of that?
Redhead.
Redhead, with 400 milliliters of water and one pack of gummies. And I remember sitting at the Pizza Delight, because they had the meal and the awards or
Yeah.
whatever
Yep.
late up. I remember sitting at that Pizza Delight feeling like a bag of shit. Just, like I just couldn't understand why I felt so horrible. I was lightheaded and my brain was spinning. It was first. Was that the first half marathon I did? I think I did do that one
Yeah.
first, but then I did the spring one or maybe the fall one after. Anyway, and I remember sitting there. I ate like 3 pieces of pizza, which is not very much for me, and I was like, I can't eat. I feel
Yeah.
so horrible, and I couldn't figure out why. And it took me a long time to figure out that, well, probably you should eat more than 140 calories and a half a water bottle of Gatorade while you're running a
Right.
half marathon. But
Yeah.
I don't
Maybe.
know what my time was for that race, but it's faster than I can run it now. So maybe I need to go back to that starvation mode.
It was definitely
I don't know.
you were sub 2 hours.
I
Because
think I was
I
just
was,
over 2 hours at the hypothermic.
was it? I
Yeah,
must have been, maybe I was closer to 2.5. I was a bit behind you,
yeah.
but I remember it being not crazy long, but anyway,
Hmm.
but that was fun.
Yeah,
Um,
it was a good time.
that was a good
And
time.
now I probably eat too much while I'm running, and that's part of it.
Oh,
Maybe that's
definitely. I
my
mean,
problem.
stopping every minute to have something to eat. Yeah. Gotta keep that nutrition. Um, but anyway, it's kind of funny to go down that little memory lane because it got me thinking about where we're at now. So you go a little bit in the past and think about the future a little bit. And I've been accused of being in my head too much at times, but I think one of the things I was trying to figure out was, okay, we're at a stage now in our lives as 40-year-olds, like we're 43, right? We're both 43.
We're closer to
Um,
45 than we are 40, so you should
yeah,
probably say
right.
mid 40s. Yeah.
And honestly, like we were never elite runners, right?
To
But
say the
we
least.
were definitely faster than we are now.
Uh-huh.
At given points in our lives. We had way more time on our hands. We had more opportunity to practice and train,
And we still
and
squandered it.
that's right. And our legs didn't hurt the way they do now, you
Yeah.
know. And our families were smaller, and so it got me kind of just having this reality check of like you're seeing people whose warm up paces are like race pace. Like every time I see someone like
Or
doing
faster.
their little warm ups, I'm like, geez, they're freaking flying. And and you're starting to kind of you as much as you try not to, you play a little bit of the comparison game. If we're all honest, like we still do that, and you're just kind of sizing people up, and you're like, oh dang, like all these people are passing you as you run and stuff like that. It can really kind of set in and just kind of make you question, like, why am I even investing in this? And it ties into what we were talking about with Jonathan, like that why, right? And it got me thinking, like, maybe that's a good question for us to talk about. There's lots of people in our demographic and our age, and even a little bit older than us, who are still wrestling with some of those things too, right? So it makes you ask the question, why should we bother to keep doing this? And so I wanted to ask you that question, Jeff, and I didn't give you any prep time for this because I wanted it to feel like as authentic for everyone as it could be.
Mhm.
And I've got a couple of my answers in the back of my mind, but
Oh, you
like,
got to prepare and I don't.
oh,
Good.
I got to prepare in case you say something crazy. I have to come out with something that's a little balanced. But
I mean, I probably wouldn't have prepared anyway. So
I know. But why? So Jeff, if do you want me to go first? I'll just share like something first, give you a chance to think of your
yeah, I mean,
answers.
the only
Okay.
thing I can think of off the top is I don't know.
Yeah,
Why are we doing this?
fair enough. I don't know why we keep doing it. I think for me, part of it is like just like dealing with stress. Like that's not going to change. In fact, that actually gets worse. I think the older you get. You were just talking about the big list of stuff that we have to do. We all have that list. We all have those things that are pressing in on us. And I just think for me, it's like take drugs or go for a run. Like that's kind of like where my brain goes.
We
I'm
mean
like, well,
pharmaceutical drugs, not other non-pharmaceutical drugs.
uh, I don't know. It depends on who you talk to.
I
It dep-
guess fair enough. Fair
and in the
enough.
trail running world, that opinion varies quite a bit. So,
Okay, yeah. I was
so
thinking like narcotics, not weed.
yeah, all right, okay, fair enough. Not natural things, yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Natural things for
Um,
sure.
Yeah, so there's one thing, like, for me, that doesn't change no matter what age I get to. I'm still gonna run because there's nothing that beats it when it comes to trying to deal with your stress, clear your mind, and I think as the older you get, the more those things seem to pile up, so I think that's one of the big reasons for me.
Mhm.
Anyway, do you got anything else other than you don't know?
Yeah, I mean, I was while you were asking it, I was thinking of real answers. I thought the I don't know one was funnier than the real
Yeah, it
one.
is funnier.
Yeah. So, I mean, I don't know. We have a pretty good community built around
Mhm.
trail running and around the show and through St. John Trail Running. We've met a lot of nice people, and built some good friendships. And so for me, like, I would be sad if I didn't trail run anymore for some random reason, because I feel like I would lose that community that we've built around just having a good time and having fun. And so, yeah, I mean, it's nice that I don't have to be fast to be part of that community because that would be a problem for
Right?
me. Uh, but yeah, I think that's what keeps recently that's what keeps me going. Like I think of when I think back to doing triathlon and training for stuff like that, I didn't have a community built around it, and so now like I have very little ambition to like go back and do that.
Mm,
Part of it's because I don't have the time, and I still would like to at some point, go back and finish a full Ironman. But I don't have like a burning desire to continue to do that because I just don't have that community built around it, right? Like I do this.
yeah.
Whereas at least, if I stay reasonably into trail running, even if it's not running, 200 kilometers or 100 kilometers or anything like that, there's still going to be a place for me at these races doing 5, 10,
Yeah,
25K. And
yeah,
so it, even if it doesn't always stay as I'm going to train for these long, crazy efforts, like there's still a place for you in any of those distances. So you can still have the same community and the same benefits from doing the shorter races as you do the bigger races. So
yeah. That's so true. And I like at I think one of the wins of being someone who's run for a little bit longer is you begin to kind of realize that that's the case. At first, you're like, I need to run the longest distances in order to feel like I belong. You know what I mean? Like that's at least that's how I felt. You felt like, all right, if I don't keep progressing towards the 50K or to the 100K or
right,
whatever, then I'm not going to be. There's no place for me here. But that's not the case at all. It's exactly what you said. Like if you're running the 8K at the East Coast, Beast Coast, you're just as much included in a part of it as the ones who do the 50K at Rockwood Park.
right.
Um, so that's pretty cool. You're right. Absolutely.
And as
Um,
proof of that, when would you have ever dreamt that I would register for a 50K and switch it to a 25? Well,
that's right. We're
Adam
growing. We're
Adam's helping
growing
me
all the
grow.
time.
Sure, he's helping. He's slowly chipping away at the. Why do you feel you need to do that? If it's adding more stress to your life, maybe you should just run a shorter race and not worry about it too much because no one actually cares what distance you run, Jeff. And that's true. No one really does care what distance I run, apart from my family who thinks I'm going to die or
Yeah.
remembers what I was like when I got back to Jim and Becky's house last 50K at Rockwood. Had to sleep on the floor because I couldn't get up the stairs. So you know, it's, so yeah, they're all happy that I'm only running the 25 this year. But yeah, anyway,
Yeah.
it's one of those things. Like I'm slowly learning to kind of let that let that go a little bit. And be like, wow, don't
Yeah.
don't have to run the longest distance at every race just to prove that you
Yeah.
can. Anyway,
I like it too because it that ties in with what I'm thinking of too. Like the smaller wins matter more, and maybe that's depressing. I'm not sure if that's a positive thing or not, but it just feels like the smaller wins feel more satisfying now. So, for example, just getting out the door when you don't feel like doing it. Like to me, that's like a bigger win now than it ever used to be. It used to just be something I took for granted.
right,
Um, finishing a race, like whether it's 25 or whether it's 50, just finishing a race is something that a lot of people our age can't do. And
right.
so like, I think that's a small win. And just thinking about not quitting, when you get to be our age, things start to drop off and you start,
Really focused on our age right now, eh? Is that one
I
of
know,
those
well, it's true.
retrospective things you're doing right now? Are you
No,
about
it
to
is.
head on
It
down
is.
your midlife crisis? Is that what's happening
But
here?
just look at our friend groups though. Like, look at how many of them are doing physical things. Like, hardly any of them that we know, right? Like,
Yeah. Just
maybe
you and
pick up ball hockey, every once in a while. And so it just seems like once life happens, that's the thing that goes. And we
Yeah.
didn't, I feel super proud of myself that I'm still doing something, So those are some of the things that I think about why we keep doing it, even though we're not going to be on the cover of Canadian Running Magazine or
Yet.
Trail Runner or anything like that. Not yet, anyway. Not for running, but maybe someday.
Maybe someday for the podcast.
Yeah, that's what I'm holding out hope for. Like, top
People
Canadian podcast.
People are surprised that we're not traveling to the UTMB to
Right?
interviews there.
We
That's
did
one of my
also
side
get an
jokes for those
invite.
who don't know. Yeah.
Yeah, we did also get an invite to the Boston Marathon to attend a special unveiling of a new running brand.
Right.
So I mean, the doors they're knocking on the door, but
That's right. I think in some cases these emails and like invites that we get, they hear Atlantic Canada and they don't know the map real well, and they assume that means like East Coast U.S. and we're like
right,
we're
right.
in Boston or in Massachusetts somewhere. Like you have
Yeah.
to be. You're in the East Coast. Like you're only 5
You're
minutes.
New England.
Yeah.
That's right.
No, we're still 9 hours away.
No,
and in a
doesn't quite
different
work.
time zone. So yeah. So it is what it is. But
I sometimes think it's like those emails that you get from someone in like Kenya who's like, I need you to help me get to university so that I can, I have to pay my bills, my tuition. So
that's right. I'm the
send me
heir
your
of
credit
$20
card.
billion, but I need a white man to help me transfer the money. Yeah.
That's right.
Good. Sure, Prince Abdul. I will
That's
take
right.
it. Yeah. Yeah. Some
I'm
of
the
those
Crown
emails,
Prince of Kenya. Yeah.
let's be honest, Brandon, we have gotten a few of those on Instagram where they're like, hey,
Yes, true.
please send us money and you could advertise the collars for these dogs.
I forgot about that one. That's
We're
right.
good, thanks. Yeah. We'll share all of our sales with you. Oh yeah, will you? That's cool.
Yeah.
Thanks, but no
Yeah.
thanks.
So it's like one of those things where you never know which is legit or not, so you just pretend that it's all just fake.
That's right.
And then sometimes
Unless I've met you, like the 3 sponsors that we have, I don't think we're gonna go too far.
no, that's right. Yeah, until I can meet someone in person and actually talk to a living human being, I'm not getting too worked up about it.
That's right.
But we do have great sponsors, so super thankful for them.
That's true.
So anyway, we're still trying to show up. I'm grateful that we get to do this together, though, Jeff, because it would be a lot harder to do it on your own. So at least we get to laugh and have some fun while we do it.
Mm-hmm. I agree.
Right. So I think that's it for today, Jeff. You got anything else to finish this off?
I don't. Unless anyone wants to hear about how much I hate hockey and I'm so depressed. So depressed by the hockey season. This is the first year I've ever I haven't watched a hockey game since January. I mean, I have gone years of not missing Leafs games unless they were in the West Coast playing super late at night. But tonight's the last game against the Ottawa Senators, and I could care less. I don't care. I'm in the desert
you can always
right
jump
now.
on the happy bandwagon, buddy.
Absolutely not. I would rather stab myself in the only good eye and never be able to see hockey again than cheer for the Habs. So we know that's not happening.
No.
I'll wait until the Leafs are good again, and then I'll get excited about hockey. That'll be 5 to 10 years from now, but I'm about to enter the desert of NHL for the next 5 years. Where
you just need to follow the Habs pattern, and you'll be able to have a great team in no time.
Yeah, well, when you guys lose in the first round to Tampa, you let me know how that felt.
I'm sure. Anyways, folks, thanks for taking time to listen to us. We got Jody Eisner coming up from Nova Scotia Trail Running. He'll be on the show, I believe it's next week. So we're super excited to have his his insight and to be able to hear more about what he's doing. So in the meantime, everyone, keep on chasing the trails.